Have you ever wondered what sets the rich and successful apart from the rest? Is it their intelligence, their luck, or something more? In this video, we're going to dive into the one thing that rich minds do differently and how you can apply this mindset to achieve success in your own life. From entrepreneurs to thought leaders, we're going to explore the habits and thought patterns that set the wealthy apart and provide actionable steps to help you start thinking like a millionaire. Whether you're looking to boost your income, build your wealth, or simply achieve a more abundant mindset, this video will reveal the secret to unlocking your full potential. So what's that one thing the rich do differently? All right, well, picture this. It's payday. Two people, let's call them Alex and Ben, they get the same exact paycheck. For Alex, that money is a huge relief, but it's already gone. It's mentally spent on bills, those new sneakers that just dropped, and that big dinner out because, hey, he earned it, right? But for Ben, the same paycheck lands and his brain does something completely different. Before a single dollar gets spent, a piece of it is moved, put where it works so it can start growing. This one simple difference is the very first financial move and what splits their lives into two different paths. One of constant financial stress and the other one of genuine financial freedom. It has nothing to do with their job, their boss, or their luck. It's the one thing that changes everything. It's their mindset. You're about to see exactly how one path, the path of scarcity, leads to debt and a feeling of being left behind, while the other, the path of abundance, builds a launch pad for serious growth. Now stay with me to discover how to get your money working for you instead of you always working for it. Have you ever wondered how someone pulling a six-figure salary can still be perpetually broke while someone else on a modest income seems to be building wealth? It's easy. The secret isn't their bank statement. It's in their head. It's the invisible script they run every day that writes their financial story. And it's time to flip the script. Look, it isn't about shame. Not at all. This is a wake-up call that your financial reality is just a mirror of your internal mindset. A broke mindset, a scarcity mindset, is obsessed with limits. It's driven by fear of not having enough, which ironically leads to choices that guarantee you never will. A rich mindset, on the other hand, or an abundance mindset, sees opportunities everywhere. It believes that resources are plentiful and that wealth is something you can create. And that isn't just wishful thinking. It fundamentally changes how you handle money. Today we're going to follow Alex and Ben as they make everyday life choices. And we'll see how those two mindsets create radically different lives for the exact same starting line. The morning routine, consumption versus investment. First up, the morning routine, it's 7 a.m. Alex's alarm goes off and he's really feeling drained. The first thought that pops into his head is, I need a coffee to survive today. Well, that's easy. That gourmet shop on the way to work, it's a $5 ritual, a small amount of comfort. It feels harmless, but let's run the numbers. $5 a day is $25 a week, over $100 a month, and more than $1,200 a year. Alex just sees it as $5, a cost of doing business to get through the day. That's the scarcity mindset in action. You focus on the immediate need, the quick hit of gratification, completely missing that it all adds up. Meanwhile, over at Ben's place, he also wakes up at 7 a.m. wanting a coffee. But the night before, he took 2 minutes to prep his coffee maker at home. Cost per cup? 30 cents. $4.70 he saved isn't just pocketed, it's redirected. He has an app on his phone, and with a few taps, that money goes straight into a low-cost index fund. He's not just saving money, he's buying an asset. He's literally turning his coffee habit into a machine that builds wealth. This is an abundance mindset. It's not about depriving yourself, it's about optimizing. He understands that small, consistent investments are the seeds to a giant financial forest. That $1,200 a year fix that Alex spends, Ben invests. Over 30 years with average market returns, that simple coffee choice alone could grow to over $170,000 for Ben, while Alex has nothing to show for it but a long history of empty cups. The difference isn't coffee, it's the mindset that sees money as a tool, not just a resource to burn through. Let's talk about the lunch break. Convenience versus preparation. All right, let's jump to lunch. Alex has a stressful morning, and the thought of packing a lunch is just another weight on his shoulders. The easy button? Food delivery. A few clicks, and a $20 meal magically appears. The excuse? It saves time. But this decision is really rooted in a perceived scarcity of time and energy. This mindset leads to paying a huge premium for convenience, consistently trading your future wealth for a little bit of comfort right now. This happens 3, 4, maybe 5 times a week. That's another $100 a week, $400 a month, $4,000 a year on lunches that are forgotten the second the food coma hits. I was so guilty of this for years. When I decided to do a deep dive into my finances and I started tracking every penny I spent, I was completely stunned. I was spending, are you ready, over $10,000 annually on eating lunch out every day. $10,000. That is the day I knew I had to make changes. If I were doing this just with lunchtime, where else was I tossing money away that could have been spent a bit more wisely or invested for my financial future and my financial freedom? Now back to our story about Alex and Ben. Ben's lunch break, totally different story. He sees it as 30 minutes of fuel and recharge time that he controls. On Sunday, he spent an hour prepping simple, healthy meals for a week. His lunch costs maybe $3 a day. It's not about being cheap. It's about being intentional, and not to mention healthy. Ben knew what ingredients were in his lunch. He uses the money saved, that's $17 a day, to fuel his investments even more. But it goes deeper than money. By preparing his own food, he's also investing in his health, which boosts his energy, making him sharper and more creative at work. And get this, the research actually shows that a scarcity mindset can impair cognitive function, making you worse at decision making. Alex, fueled by expensive and often unhealthy takeout, is mentally drained. Ben, powered by a healthy meal he prepped himself, is operating on more energy and clarity. He's not just saving money, he's investing in the single greatest asset, himself. Let's talk about the unexpected opportunity. Fear versus readiness. Now this is where it gets really interesting. An email lands in both Alex and Ben's inboxes. A top industry expert is offering a small online course for $500. It's a certification known to lead to better projects and bigger paychecks. For Alex, this email is a gut punch. Panic sets in. His first thought is, I can't afford that. He glances at his bank account, which is circling the drain right before the next paycheck. That $500 feels like an impossible mountain. The scarcity mindset doesn't see an opportunity. It just sees another bill he can't possibly pay. He's so focused on the immediate cost that he totally misses the potential return. He deletes the email, feeling frustrated and left behind again. He's trapped in a cycle. No money growth means no growth, which means no more money. Now Ben opens the same email, and his heart starts racing with excitement. He thinks, this is exactly what I've been waiting for. Because Ben has been consistently investing, he has what he calls a growth fund set aside for exactly these kinds of opportunities. The money from all those coffees he didn't buy and lunches he didn't order. It's sitting there, ready to be deployed. The abundance mindset doesn't freak out about costs. It evaluates investments. He sees the $500 not as money gone, but as a key to unlock much higher income. He enrolls on the spot. He's ready and adaptable, viewing this as a chance to level up, not as a threat to his stability. 6 months later, Ben has finished the course and used his certification to land a 15% raise and a side project. Alex is in the same exact spot, still stressing about daily expenses. So let's be honest for a second. Which path are you on right now? Answering that honestly is the first step. What is one small expense this week, just one, that you could redirect from consumption to investment? Maybe it's one coffee, one lunch, or one impulse buy. Drop a comment below and tell me what this one thing is. Making that public commitment is powerful, and I'll support you in doing it. And if you want more actionable strategies to shift your mindset and build real wealth, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Here is the windfall: spending versus accelerating. Let's fast forward 1 year. Both Alex and Ben get an unexpected $2,000 work bonus. Well, for Alex, who's stuck deep in scarcity mindset, this money feels like a raft in a storm. His immediate thought is to patch the holes in his sinking boat. He pays down some of his nagging credit card debt that grew from these small daily buys. Then he decides he deserves a reward for all this stress. So he grabs a new gaming console he's been eyeing up. The $2,000 vanishes. There's a moment of relief and a few days of fun, but nothing has fundamentally changed. His financial foundation is still cracked. He used the windfall to get back to zero, not to get ahead. For Ben, that $2,000 bonus isn't a life raft. It's rocket fuel. Because he built a solid financial habit, he has no high interest debt. His emergency fund is full. His mindset isn't getting him out of a jam. It's about getting to the next level. He sees this bonus a chance to accelerate his journey. After talking with a financial coach, an investment in knowledge he made 2 months ago, he uses the entire $2,000 to supercharge his Roth IRA for the year, getting him so much closer to that $7,000 max contribution. This one move doesn't just add $2,000 to his net worth, it puts that money in a place where it can grow tax-free for decades. While Alex got a fleeting moment of relief, Ben made a choice that will pay dividends for the rest of his life. So you see, two people, same income, two radically different destinies. The difference was never about the money they had. It was about their mindset about that money. Alex operated from a place of scarcity. His life was just a series of reactions to financial stress, causing him to choose immediate comfort over future freedom. His small choices compounded into a mountain of debt and missed opportunities. Ben, on the other hand, operated from a place of abundance. He saw money not as something to be spent, but as a tool to be grown. He made small, daily choices that put his future self first. And those choices compounded into a foundation of wealth and freedom. The single most important thing they did differently is this: they broke the mindset spends first and saved what's left. The rich mindset invests first and spends what's left. Your mindset determines your spending patterns. It's a simple flip, but it changes everything. You don't need a bigger paycheck to start this journey. You just need a better mindset. So start today. Start small. Turn one daily expense into one daily investment. That is how you stop living a life of scarcity and you start building a life of true, lasting abundance. The power isn't in your paychecks. It's in your perspective. Change your mindset and you will absolutely change your life.